style.
But this is the thing, but this is where it goes on to like family wealth. Like it goes and gets passed down to the next generation and goes passed down to the next generation, making sure that you, let's say, I don't know, yeah, if you can make so much wealth that your next 3 generations don't have to worry about money again, or just have to utilize that same wealth to be able to carry on making more wealth.
That is fantastic.
That becomes like, I don't know, yeah, that's an empire right there. That's crazy.
But the thing about it, this is just my personal opinion, that passing wealth down generationally, that's something that most people can experience. You as a billionaire, thinking that for your family.
Yeah.
But the thing that you as a billionaire is lacking is saying, okay, I don't want everybody to be a billionaire like me, but there's ways of happening where regular folks can pass a little thing onto their children and pass a little thing onto their nieces. They think of just themselves. And this is my problem with people like that. They just care about themselves. Where somebody like me and most people that think where I would imagine, they would prefer to see their countrymen and women doing far better. And then, yeah, you up here, yeah, you've got 100 billion or whatever. Nobody cares because look around, everybody's happy. Because they can afford food, they can afford the house they like, they can afford a car, they can afford, and they think when I die, I can pass something on to my children. You're still 100 billion.
Do you remember when you say that, like, would we, like, let's say, for example, like, you like say, like, yeah, you started a business and you started making that business grow and you became very, very successful and you became a millionaire, for example. Would you give half of that to charity after?
No, I wouldn't give half of it. No, I doubt it very much.
True, because obviously you'll pass it down to your kids, to your grandkids.
I'm sure I would give some to charity, but
you give some to charity as well. But at the same time, like, I feel like, okay, the stigmatization, like I said, I understand why. Like I said, I understand why billionaires kind of have like a I won't say a bad reputation. It's supposed to be taken care of, but they don't do that. That other entrepreneurs are having to do it and becoming very wealthy from it. You know where I'm coming from. So at the same time, I don't know.
And billionaires are paying government officials,
of course,
so they can get
more taxable breaks and less regulation, so they can carry on making more money as well.
And I have no problem with anybody making money.
No, of course.
Anybody being a billionaire. My only problem is when you see the wealth gap up here to down here.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Any human being with any kind of something in their heart can look at that and say, you know something?
The gap is insane.
I understand he's worked hard for his.
Yeah.
But guess what? This person down here, they're working 60, 70, 80, 90 hours a week and they can't afford bread.
No.
So don't tell me he ain't working hard.
True.
Because he's working hard. And there's 24 hours in a day.
True.
Doesn't matter how hard and Elon works, I only sleep 4 hours. There's many people out there.
Yeah.
There's many taxi drivers out there.
Yeah.
There's many truck drivers out there.
100.
That is sleeping 4, 5, 6 hours. So they're working hard too. So don't give me the stuff that, well, they're working so hard, they deserve that. You guys are lazy. Nah, these people down here are working 3, 4 jobs or whatever just to make ends meet. That's my problem with it. You're working hard, but you're not working harder than everybody in such a way that, yeah, they're not lazy. People work 40, 50 hours, 60 hours, 70 hours a week. They're not seeing their kids grow because they've got to, and they still struggle. True. That's just my problem with what's going on.
And the reason why I had a bit of a pushback there, because I feel like, for example, like when it comes to like more of these very successful people, individuals that we have around the world, like Trump, for example, they will have a lot of businesses, a lot of business, a lot of industries that they started, and they would have employed thousands of people.
Yeah.
And which means that yes, they might not be necessarily going into the community and helping people that are poor, but at the same time they're employing so many people that they also, I don't know, they're also holding the lives of a lot of people and a lot of families out there as well. And without them, there'll be even more. I think there'll be even more poverty than what there is now.
You know, I find amazing though is how you start a business from nothing, and now you're worth millions, and you've got 100 employees. Yeah. Get rid of 97 of those employees, and you've got 3. Do you think you still make the millions?
No.
No, because you need 100 people to make the millions.
No, you do.
So without this workforce, you don't have the millions.
No.
Yeah?
No.
So when you look at it like that, there has to be a certain amount of respect to say, without them, I can't have this. No. So because I can have this, there should be a certain amount of appreciation. But corporate Britain, corporate America, corporate lacks that. You know, without them, we have no business. Without millions of people around the world, there is no Amazon.
No, this is what we end up having to have, even like companies going to China. But for that same situation you just said there. So for example, like a CEO would be like, okay, I want to be able to make more goods, create more, more services, but at the same time, this is costing me more money because I'm having to pay more people here a higher wage to be able to make sure I can carry on doing this. When I can actually go over there and get it more cheaper, pay those people less money.
So they make bigger profits.
So they can...
It's not that they make profits, so they make bigger profits. Because they're making profits.
Yeah. Relative to what they expect.
Relative to what they expect?
Yeah, relative to what they expect.
You know something?
Yeah.
And this, I believe, is a part of the wonderful qualities of human beings. But at the same time, it's like a kryptonite. It's part of the quality of human beings that I think is going to make us fall. This individualistic, I want to accomplish me. I want to be remembered in 1,000 years. Me and my daughter was on this conversation recently, and I said to her, and with all honesty, I said to her, you know something? I live in the now.
Yeah.
So I share with people who I care about. I care about them. I spend time with them. I talk to them. I do whatever I want to do. And when I move on, I don't want to be remembered because I want you to remember me now. When I'm going, Bobby talked to his kids, and 200 years later, they're still talking about me. My ego don't need anybody to talk about me 1,000 years from now. There's been billions of people that's come before me, and we don't talk about them. We don't talk about the ones that did bad things and got written in books as doing good things. They're the ones that get remembered, but they get remembered in a lie kind of way because they did bad things, but they, you know what I'm saying? So the whole idea of, I want to be remembered, I just want to be able to live now, show my love now, be respectful now, do that now, and don't wait for me to die to kind of say, when I die, these things will happen and this will happen. No, I'm doing it now.
No, true. No, definitely. And even talking of death, but in a different way. But the other topic I wanted to speak to you about as well, to do with the knife crime issue that's happening in the UK right now. So far, I think they've had I think there's been 19 stabbings already so far. And
19 stabbings this year?
This year, I think. Let me go back on my stats here. So in London, I think they had about 4. And in another part of the country, in Birmingham, they had another 2, and actually that I read recently, another one in Manchester as well. But I'll be able to see if I can put the stats out on there as well, so you guys can see. But yes, it's crazy. And 2 days ago, there were some conviction that happened. So there were I sent you a video of it. There was one. The first one was a young girl, 17, went back to go and give a scarf to her ex-boyfriend. That was a boyfriend at that time, but became an ex-boyfriend. And the guy took it the wrong way, stabbed the girl to death.
The ex-boyfriend?
The ex-boyfriend stabbed the girl to death. And he got convicted for that as well. And I think he got something like 18 years in youth detention or something like that as well, because it was under the age of 18. And also another gang in London as well. 4 individuals, a ringleader, I think was a girl, and 3 other individuals as well that were part of this this ambush. Decided to go and jump this transgender girl after they invited her to go and meet them at near a skating park somewhere, and stabbed the girl. Transgender the girl to nearly to death, but in the same time, the individual survived, and they also got manslaughter as well. 18 years, 16 years, 15 years, and I'm like, and I said all of them were under the age of 18 as well.
Lots of youth with nothing to do.
I was like, what is wrong? What literally, like, I don't know, like. We never went.
Lack guidance.
Not just lack guidance.
There's nothing to do. They go out there. If you don't find love in your home and respect in your home and something to keep you in your home, you're going to find that somewhere else. These young people are finding in gangs. And what are gangs doing? They're selling dope. This is my territory, so I'm going to protect my territory. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but what I'm saying is that when it's not just one.
Are you saying the gangs are the issues?
I'm saying when you look at the structure where the kids are coming from, when you look at out in society, what's available for the kids, when you look at where their energy is being targeted, is there things that are available for them to do with that energy? Not really. So they take that energy in a very negative way.
Sure,
you know something, and when young people have things to do, something meaningful that makes them feel like they have purpose of some kind of purpose, they will follow a positive road. When there is nothing like that, they'll follow a negative road.
You know, I heard that as well. Because I was listening to the news, and then if you look on both sides of the spectrum, and sorry guys,
and you know, and I don't say it's a right or a wrong thing. However, but I'm saying, but all over the world, you're going to find gun violence, machete, chop up, knife. You're going to find this, and when you find these things, why are they there?
I feel like because I feel like the approach to how people trying to tackle this issue, they either take it from two type of angles. One, they will say what you just said there, 100%. They will say, you know what, we need to have, especially the left will say that we need to be able to have more community centers, more social programs, more community programs where kids are actually having to do more things, youth centers and stuff like that, and more opportunities as well. So I have less austerity than the previous, more conservative government had it in place as well, which would also reduce the issue of poverty, which pushes kids to go and join these gangs and stuff like that as well. But then the right will also to say that no, that's not really the case. The situation, how to fix this issue is by actually having more tough laws to make sure that, let's say for example, and tough ways of policing as well. So let's have more stop and search everywhere, even more invasive stop and search than before. Let's have cameras actually everywhere around the country. Like, you know how the UK is actually the most surveilled country
with
in the world.
CCTVs.
CCTV cameras everywhere.
And yet the crime rate is high. With all the CCTV, the crime rate is still high.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people care. They cover their faces nowadays as well. So like,
I'm saying, if you commit the crime, fling the book at you.
True.
If you commit the crime, the book should be flung at you.
You think it should be higher then?
But what I'm saying is that you're going to fling the book. America's got 2.5 million people in prisons.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah, you have to look at, if I'm letting everybody know, if you commit the crime, you're going to jail for whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
What's taking place? Why they would want to be involved in that in the first place? What's happening in their life, in society, in young people's life? Go into a young person's brain. What's going on with them? Why they would want to be in a gang? What's the benefit of being in a gang? Is there any other way of them getting that benefit they get from a gang somewhere else? That's what I'm talking about.
True.
If you commit the crime, go to jail. Well, whatever, 20 years, 50 years, it doesn't make a difference. Whatever the penalty